Alright, the next tab that we're going to be talking about is the Envelopes tab. And this is the tab that is, I guess it's the main tab. This is where you'll be doing 95% of all of your work. This is essentially the tab that runs the budget. I mean, this is the core of the budget. So how you need to get this started is you need to do two things. The first thing is to identify, and usually what people do is they have a dedicated checking account for their budget. If you have multiple accounts, for simplicity's sake, it's easier just to have one checking account, which is what you'll be using in your budget. And then if you have a savings account, essentially that can be termed as just your emergency fund. And how you'll be budgeting is through your checking account, which is where your money will be coming in and going out. Your emergency fund, your savings account, hopefully you don't have to touch, and only in the cases of emergency. So the very first thing you need to do is to fill in this total in bank field. This essentially should be your checking account. How much is total in your checking account right now? So let's just say I have $1,324.25, and you'll want to be exact to the penny. So what this is going to do is this balance will help me keep my envelopes in line, and you'll see why that's important. So let's say in my savings account I have just over 3,000. So let's say that's my savings account. So that's my emergency fund. Now what you'll want to do is, knowing how much you have in the total and bank field, you'll want to divide out that money and put it in an envelope. So if you think about it, electronically speaking, you are going to have all of these envelopes sitting inside your checking account, and all of these envelopes are going to hold this amount. So every penny that you divide out into the envelope should equal what's in your total in bank. So hopefully by doing this you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So let's start going through and divide out this total in bank, what's in your checking, into these envelopes. So I'm just going to go through and say how much money I'm going to put in each of these envelopes. So let's say in gas, I know that I got a couple weeks yet till my next paycheck, so I'm just going to put $40. So as you can see, my total in envelopes is 40, and this will keep incrementing. And again, my goal is for this difference to be 0. So essentially what I'm doing by putting money in each of these fields, I'm dividing out, I'm allocating that money that I have in my checking account into each envelope. And some envelopes, let's say like vacation and savings, I may have 0 in there right now. But every penny, I'll say it again, every penny that's in your checking should be accounted for in your envelope. So I have $13.24.25 in my checking. My total in envelopes needs to equal $13.24.25. So I'm going to go through and put some money in these envelopes. And so let's say I have a difference of $189. Again, every penny needs to be accounted for, so I'm just going to put all of that in my savings. So the goal is to have your difference be 0. Once this is set up, your budget is officially set up and done. You are ready to begin. Using the budget is another whole story, so I think I'm just going to do a different video for how to actually use the budget. But as far as setting up, that's the last thing you need to set up. The payday tab is something that you just use. There's no setup required. And activity is the history that will accumulate as you use your budget. So you really don't use these tabs or you don't need to set up those tabs. So once you've identified how much is in your bank, how much is in your checking account, and divided up every penny into an envelope, your budget is set up and ready to go. And I will do another video to actually how to use it.